All right, good afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it is you're watching this. Mr. Richmond here, and today we're going to go over activity 3.1, which is inputs and outputs of robotics. The goal here is to understand how robots use their inputs and outputs to sense and react to the world. So what we're going to do is you're actually going to, when you come to the assignment, you're going to open this activity here, inputs, outputs activity in MyPSW. It's going to bring you to the website right here. You will have to log in using your password and username to get here. All right, and once you are here, you're going to basically follow along the directions here. But before you get into here, all right, you are going to go through this introduction to RobotC features. I want you to go through that either as a class or individually, whatever works best. And that'll just kind of give you a brief introduction to the RobotC program and how you're going to use it. Secondly, if you go back to here, you're going to open the PowerPoint notes. To complete those notes, which are what you will submit to be graded, there is a Introduction to VEX Robotics Platform and Robotic Software. If you open that, it will open this here, and you'll go through that. Most of everything you need. Yep, you're going to go through that entire PowerPoint, all right? Some of it will say stop, return to activity. This will just kind of give you a little bit more in depth here. So ignore the stop and do the complete the PowerPoint. That being said, once you are done with that video here and that PowerPoint, you're going to have to build your test bed. And your test bed is this object here. You'll click on test bed build instructions. That will take you here, and you'll have to build this. You're going to do this in groups of 2 to 3. If we have to, we will go to 4, depending on how much materials there are. So you're going to build this test bed. It does not need spaced out exactly like square hole by hole. Okay, I do recommend that you place it in a somewhat similar pattern so that it's easy to find, but you don't need to like count, okay, this far, this far. No, you can just put them in there, no problem. Okay. When you are using the bolts and the screws, make sure you are careful. Everything should be able to be hand tightened. If you put your finger on the end of the screw and then tighten the nut, it will be tight enough. You don't need to get an Allen wrench or anything like that. Don't want us to end up ruining the equipment. All right, once you have that built, you're going to go back into this and you're continue on. You don't need to go through the PowerPoint again because you've already done it. Here it says to split into Team A and Team B. Don't worry about that. I have enough ultrasonic sensors and servo motors for everyone. So everyone will do the whole thing. And then view the robotics software PowerPoint. We've already done this as well. So then you're going to go through step 8 and you're actually going to go through and set up RobotC so that it operates just like this. And you're going to go through and you're going to test the inputs and outputs. And you're going to do this part here. So you're going to verify motor outputs, record your observations in your engineering notebooks. This is just going to be a participation check here. Did you do it or did you not? If you have difficulties, make sure you talk to the sub and then or the instructor, and then continue on through the rest of this. All right, once again, ignore the Team A, Team B things. It doesn't matter, do them all. So, and then don't worry about actually the conclusion questions. But that is it. You're going to go ahead and create those. You're going to go through the PowerPoint and submit the notes. You're going to go through this video, and then you're going to build your test bed and then actually set it up to run some of these basic operations. The inputs and outputs. If you have questions, make sure you either email me or talk to the sub or instructor, and then they will be able to help you out. One thing to note here on this video It is assuming we have the most up-to-date version of RobotC, and I am not there, so I don't know if we actually have the most up-to-date version. So you may not be able to do every feature that it talks about. So, excuse me. If it's missing something, when you actually go to do it in actual RobotC, it's not because your RobotC is incorrect. It's just an older version, so you'll have to set it up yourself instead of like downloading other things. One specific thing, it says that you can download all the settings for the test bed. I'm not aware of that. If it's in there, great. If it's not, then you will actually have to input all that data yourself. And that being said, that's all I got for this assignment. You have a few days to work on it, and good luck.